Okay, what was terrible this week? Rachel, I know you've got one. I can see it searing through your eyes right now. What is
It
it?
just happened today. For lunch, I made savory pancakes. You take pancake mix, just plain pancake mix, and it just added like some chives and a little bit of garlic salt. Put some of that in the pan, and then you put some Gouda cheese, and you put more of the pancake mix on top, and you make a pancake that has cheese melted in the middle. And then I made a garlic butter that went on top, and they were phenomenal.
It's a pancake,
But how is that
not
terrible?
a steak.
It was terrible
It's-
because neither one of you would even taste it.
I understand Calvin not tasting it. He's getting more
picky.
adventurous with food, but he is picky. So that doesn't surprise me. Jackson, I can't believe you didn't try it.
I'm not trying that.
It
No.
was
Look,
luscious.
I'm not even a big fan of pancakes, but if I want a pancake, I'm gonna eat a pancake.
But this was
Not-
like eating garlic bread, like cheesy garlic
Then
bread.
call it garlic bread. Don't call it a pancake.
Is that the worst thing that happened to us this past week?
Yeah, white people problems.
Wait. Oh, I know what was bad.
What?
Outback. That was bad. That was bad.
disappointing. That was disappointing.
Outback was very
Okay,
disappointing.
we've got to stop talking about our white people problems and just get into the show. I'm Josh,
I'm Rachel.
I'm Calvin.
I'm Jackson.
and this is Relatively Terrible.
I love you, but you're all terrible.
I recently saw a video, no shock to anybody, it was book related, where a guy was talking about his previous book opinions and saying he had since come to realize that his opinions were wrong.
Ooh.
Someone saying that they're wrong. Whoa.
Oh my
was-
God.
Something Calvin and Jackson might not ever be able to do.
Let's face it, a lot of us are not great at that.
I know.
And it was a pretty interesting video, and it got me thinking just about a lot of what we talk about on here, and a lot of this is just all our opinions about things, and there's lots of arguing online. Some of it is about stuff that's important, and some of it is about stuff that is not important. But that kind of led to a discussion of maybe it's time for us to use this podcast to put our money where our mouth is a little bit
Sounds dirty.
and try to possibly challenge some of our opinions about various cultural topics.
I think that's a great idea because I was thinking about this the other night. We were at Torchy's for dinner and we're discussing music. And Calvin and Jackson's opinions are, in my opinion, spot on, but sometimes they don't have the reasoning and the information to back those opinions up yet. So that kind of brought us to this. Maybe we need to go back and look at some of this stuff and see, okay, I still don't like it. Here's why, but here's why I can respect it.
Right. We frequently challenged people to think critically, to use some discernment, to consider how other people feel. And so,
Those are a lot of big words.
yeah,
boy.
and there are things that maybe aren't always fun to do. And sometimes your opinion is purely subjective, and that is okay.
So for this episode, we're going to go real high level on several different topics. And then over the course of the next several episodes, we're going to go deep dive into some very particular things that makes our skin crawl.
Yeah. So we're going to challenge some of our opinions, do some research, and see if any of our minds change. Or I think at the very least, I think the goal should at least be to have some sort of empathy or understanding for the people who have an opinion that's different from us.
And side note, we are going to see Hoppers. And Calvin is going to do a little mini episode about Hoppers that'll only be available on Patreon.
Can't wait.
Because he thinks it sucks.
There's no way it's going to be that good.
So let's just use that Hoppers as a jumping off point maybe to talk about movies a little bit.
Okay.
Do we
Movies.
each have an opinion? Do we have an opinion?
Yes.
About movies that we think we're probably going to need to to challenge in the future.
We're the type of people that have opinions on people who don't have opinions.
Yeah, we're pretty bad. So Calvin, let's just start with you. You ranted in a previous episode about Disney. So what is your opinion here?
Disney, whenever they create something original now, it sucks. It doesn't do good in the box office because it's not a sequel. And I don't know. It needs to be a sequel, but Hoppers, it looks dumb.
But just because it's not a sequel and it doesn't do good in the box office, does that mean it's bad?
Not necessarily.
Okay, can you think of one besides Hoppers that has come out in the last 5 years that you're like, I like that. It wasn't a sequel. It wasn't a remake. Can you think of
Disney? Like Disney?
Disney or
Yeah.
Pixar?
Disney or Pixar. Ooh.
In
No.
the last 5 years?
Okay, honestly, this wasn't 5 years. Coco. That was 2017.
What?
He always knows
That-
dates.
I think that was 2016 or 2017. That was the last original Pixar movie I thought was good. That was not a sequel. And guess what? That's getting a sequel.
Oh.
That's getting a sequel.
Damn it.
2029.
Okay.
And then I think before Coco was Big Hero 6. So that was 2015. So that was 11 years ago.
So that's it right there. Jackson, let's go ahead and move to you.
Well, we said this point on another podcast, but critiques and reviews are destroying good movies. A good score on Rotten Tomatoes can be bought. I mean, I remember when the Taylor Swift movie came out, 100 Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, no.
Okay. But no, I read the reviews and everyone that wrote a review was a Swiftie, which makes sense, but I didn't hear an actual movie critic give a non-biased review on that movie. Is it actually a good movie? Will it stand the test of time?
I think Jackson needs to watch the Taylor Swift movie.
Oh, God. No, it
Yeah.
should.
No.
And see, that's the problem. It's not even a movie. It's just a concert.
It's just a concert.
It's not
Who
even
cares?
a
But
movie.
you never seen it.
But
So how
you
can
know-
you? Because listen,
Yeah.
the people that are reviewing that, like you said, they're not. It's not movie critics reviewing it
Exactly.
for that one.
So-
So that's very skewed, and the 100% is just. It's based on people who love her music, so of course.
Yeah.
But it's like you guys said, it's not even a movie. It's just a concert experience, and.
But
I
it-
still think Jackson.
But
Jackson
I
should
think
watch
those
it.
early reviews of movies are
They either destroy or make a movie go up here. And the fact that Thunderbolts didn't do that well in theaters is just so
But see,
mind-boggling
that's
to me.
weird because all the reviews before it came out, people were loving it.
But no one goes to the
Yeah.
theater anymore. And that's another problem with movies. No one's going... The theater experience has gone down so much.
Yeah. Well, also people are watching stuff on their phones. People are watching things that are broken up, like a movie broken up into 52 a minute and a half clips. People would rather watch it that way. But you got to understand, guys, like if somebody doesn't have money to go to a movie, they usually still have a phone. So they get to have that experience. So it's weird.
But I do think we could definitely do some research and just look at, classic movies, high-ranked movies. Like there's definitely lists and things out there. And what were the Rotten Tomato scores? What happened when the movie first came out in those reviews? And there's also lots of examples of shows that didn't do well at the time. And then because of streaming and other things and the internet and people finding stuff,
They have a resurgence.
they have a resurgence.
They're definitely, I mean, cult classic movies, that's what they
Yes,
are.
yes.
Movies that were crapped on, and then all of a
Mm-hmm.
sudden people found out about them, and they're like, this is really great. What?
So I do think there is some validity to the sentiment that there's an audience for almost everything. What about you with the movies?
Agenda-driven movies and storylines and forcing things into movies is just kind of making me sick. But also, on the other hand, am I going overboard with, like, just
Picking it
because...
out?
Yeah, picking out. But I'm going to say no, because there's been some things where there's gay characters, there's these kind of characters, where it doesn't really...
There's not an agenda being pushed.
Yeah, well, yeah, and it's not like forced to the forefront, like, these people are gay, check them out, what? And then back to the regularly scheduled story.
Yeah.
And that's so, like, stupid. I don't... like just like with representation of different ethnicities and different cultures, I love all that stuff.
Yeah.
And we do that stuff well, so why can't we do the gay stuff well?
Well, and too, and I do think like we're taking some of this a little too far, where we're even looking for an agenda where there isn't one. Like Superman, I thought that movie got a lot of negative attention because they thought there was a particular agenda being pushed, and I was like, I didn't feel that.
What agenda were?
Well, that was more of a political agenda. But let's be honest, agendas are all political.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all a political thing. But yes, Superman, that's a great example. I didn't feel that either.
And even if there is, every movie is trying to tell a story, and there's going to be some kind of agenda there. Call it the moral of the story, whatever you want to call it, there's an agenda.
Yeah.
But how hard it's pushed, and most movies and stories should make you feel something. It should make you think about things. But when when there's no subtlety, when it's just slapped in your face, when it's you can only think this one thing, and if you feel differently about it, then you're a bad person.
In the movies that do it well are the ones where you come out of the theater, everyone in the family's talking, everyone got a different thing from it. Like when we make our movie, part of our agenda is going to be to talk about social media because we're social media creators. But and our thing is going to be it's taking over the world. It's a bad thing. It's causing IQs to go down. But how can we say that in a funny way, a way that makes you think, and not be too in your face about it?
And not just be wagging your finger at people saying you're wrong.
Right.
Yeah. Music.
Oh God.
Okay.
This is.
I got a couple names.
We can't spend an hour on this.
Let's not drop names right now. Let's just high level.
Okay.
What is an opinion you have about music that you think we're probably going to end up challenging or exploring in a future episode?
Okay, I want to go first. Is that
Okay.
okay this
Yeah.
time if I go first? All right.
Oh,
Finding bands and new artists, and not just finding them, but finding good ones. The internet, especially social media, that is a new tool that record labels have that they give to these small bands that they sign, and they tell them to go out there and just post stuff on the internet. And it's so hard to find bands now. It's so hard to find bands that are good. I found in the last 5 years good terms, and I found them on TikTok. I can't tell you any other new bands that I've discovered. And then the ones that I see that they want you to listen to, that they're pushing because they're viral. Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
So Jackson, music.
Music.
Just one.
I know.
know.
Music has become too perfect. It's all crisp. It's all clean. You know, it has to be bam, 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 bam. And I hate that. I'm glad that musicians have the production now to be able to produce their music and get it out there. But I hate that it's so perfect. I hate pitch correction and auto-tune. That's not what real vocalists and musicians should use. I love it in old music when you're able to hear not mistakes, but the human qualities. You know, when you can hear the drummer's sticks going on the drums, actually, not just, clean beats. When you can hear the guitarist's fingernails on the strings. I enjoy stuff like that. And
I don't know.
I enjoy stuff like that. Now, look, I don't agree with everything this person's done, but Dave Grohl said that he loves the imperfections in music that you can hear because that shows the true, human nature in music, and it's not all robotic and all, perfect. And I have to agree with that. And we need to get back to being okay with stuff that isn't completely perfect, because some of those imperfect things in music are what make it so unique.
Yeah.
So I'm sick and tired of all this overproduction. It sucks.
Music that sounds good. Go ahead, Cal.
I would have to say lyrics. That's my main problem.
Explain, please.
Well, my main problem with pop music is like the themes of like
What they're talking
sex, especially Bruno Mars. Bro, come on.
I've never heard a
Locked
worse
Out
song.
of Heaven.
That song.
Come on, bro.
Oh.
And then he came out with Fat, Juicy, and Wet.
That's the song.
I don't even need to read the lyrics for that.
Do you want me to get out the lyrics to Story of the Boys from Dance Gavin Dance? Do you want me to read that? Do you want me to read it?
But it's funny.
Oh yeah, okay. Talking about we're not even gonna go there. But
right.
again, but keep going because this is your turn. Your turn.
But I mean,
so
WAP
young?
was another one.
Oh, WAP.
You know, where it was like, again, something people had to explain to their kids.
What the hell?
Don't be singing it.
Now that I know what that means, I'm like, what the heck? People were listening to this?
People
Excuse
enjoy
me?
this? They sing along to it?
Exactly.
Yes.
Oh.
That's sad. No, there is a lot of examples of that throughout the years. So it's not just now.
One more thing is people writing lyrics and how sometimes they will be lazy. Like, for example, Travis Scott with the song Fiend. He's just yelling out the word Fiend, Fiend, Fiend.
Oh, did you see
Fiend.
the clip that at one of his concerts he played that shit 10 times in a row?
Yep.
And it caused
an earthquake. And I'm just like,
Listen,
and like 2 billion streams.
And I've listened.
Fiend. I can make that right here and now with a little bit of production.
And I really don't understand that song because when that song was at its height, I've heard the whole thing pretty much, and I seriously don't understand why it's getting that much attention. The lyrics suck, the production overproduced like most music today, and what's
that's
so
a
special about
perception
it?
we need to challenge for you guys.
Okay.
Is your distaste for pop, your distaste for hip hop and rap, because some of the rap, maybe, even though you don't like the music or you don't like the lyrics, what if there's something genuine behind it?
Okay.
You don't have anything for music?
I mean, I agree with everything you guys have said. Especially the stuff about trying to find new music, I have all but given up. So next one is TV.
Okay.
I will go first.
Oh, okay.
Reality TV is trash.
Yes, it is.
And that is going to piss some people off royally.
you don't like the
because-
Kim Kardashians? What the?
You know, and it's funny because I see a lot of people online, a lot of people who I'm surprised when they bring up like the Real Housewives, and I'm like, you watch that garbage? Like,
Wait, that's an actual show?
yeah, and there's different ones. There's a Real Housewives of Atlanta and Real Housewives of whatever, and that just, ugh, I cannot. But I got to be honest, never watched it. So I think I might have just committed myself to watching some episodes. But I need to understand here, people. Like, and I know there's different genres of reality TV. I generally dislike all of it. But I think especially these like reality, like Real Housewives, where it's based on the people. But I also can't stand the competitive games, like the Beast games and all of this stuff. Like, gag me with a spoon. There's got to be a better way to spend my time than watching this, and we all know that it's scripted and so much of it isn't real.
Especially Beast Games. That has to be scripted.
But it's very popular. There's got to be something there. Why are people drawn to this?
I think
The
I know
games
why.
I understand more than like the Real Housewives. Even the Kardashians I kind of understand because you're drawn. They're celebrities and they have all this money. Who are these women on the Real Housewives? Who gives a shit about any of these people?
Something you can have on with your phone in your hand. You don't need to pay attention to it. There's nothing important.
But
there's no storyline.
The women that are into this,
Yeah.
Josh, they are into it.
How do you know that?
Just from what I see online, like this is not something that's just on in the background while
Nope.
you're going about your day.
Yes, it is.
They know their names. They're following their fashion trends. They're following what's happening to them after the show ends. They're going to all of the, I'm telling you.
No, there's about 5 or 6 people that do that. And then the other women that talk about it online are just the ones that watch their social media clips about it. That's it.
Okay.
Maybe.
And then they're like, oh, I watch it. And then they're just sitting there like,
I
While it's on.
genuinely want somebody who enjoys this franchise to help me understand what appeals about it. And again, I think maybe I just need to sit down, like tell me which one to watch.
Reality TV show, at least to my perspective, People who watch reality TV are those who would rather watch people living life than have a life on their own. That's how I perceive it. Though it's funny because a couple months ago we finally did sit down and watch a reality TV show because it was funny. We found it funny. It was entertaining. It was different.
No,
But we haven't gone-
major cringe.
major
The
cringe. You know,
cringe
we watched
factor.
Love on the Spectrum. We thought it was good, but at the same time, this isn't a show we're watching constantly or we're going back to. Once you watch it once, why would
Wait
you
for
watch
the
it
next
again?
season.
Wait,
Yeah. But
it's
also,
just people
and that's,
living life.
I think that's my other thing with reality TV. Either I just think it's boring or it's all of this manufactured drama, or the cringe factor on so much of it is so high. Like there were so many times the secondhand embarrassment that I would feel from watching Love on the Spectrum made me want to walk out of the room a few different times.
I even remember still living at home, and my parents, I think my dad was into like Big Brother and stuff like that, and it was like,
And
I couldn't do it. But
yeah. I
real
understand
quick,
why the networks are behind it. They're easy to
It's cheap.
produce. It's
It's
cheap.
cheap.
You know, you're going to find there's always probably millions of people who are auditioning, trying to. And those shows, I will say, like, I think if it's like Big Brother or something where you're auditioning to get on it, I think that's also very different.
you know, it's entertainment, but it is mindless entertainment.
And
And so
I-
I think
yeah.
people, we already mindlessly scroll. So that stuff on the TV that's reality TV just makes perfect sense.
I don't want to say I don't think there's a place for mindless TV. I definitely think there's a place for all kinds of mindless entertainment. You want music that's easy to listen to sometimes. You want just to throw on. This is why I like a lot of the animated TV shows, because it's easy to watch. The world is a heavy place. There are particularly seasons of life where you just I can't deal with tough content right now. I'm not in a place where I want to be challenged. I just need something to decompress for a little while. I can appreciate that.
But then why? That's a great point. But then why would that be reality TV? Most of it's high stress and drama.
Exactly. So to me,
Reality TV,
is not where I'm going to go.
It's high stress.
They're
it's
manufacturing
drama,
all of
and they're
these-
manufacturing all
yeah.
this. And if you're stressed, why would you go watch that?
That's what I'm saying. I think
That's
there is
so
a place for
stupid.
mindless TV and for easy watching. There is definitely a time and a place for that. I just don't see how reality TV fills that void. Whether it's a game show, because again, you know, a lot of times with these, you're getting a lot of people who they've all got some kind of sob story about why they need this $10 million they're competing for. So it's all tugging on your heartstrings. It's emotionally manipulating the viewer. It's emotionally manipulating the contestants.
Yeah.
I don't want to be emotionally manipulated when I'm already
emotionally manipulated.
whatever. I don't want to be manipulated when I'm
We
trying to
didn't
just
hear it, so it doesn't
decompress.
count.
Well, it's on video, so they'll be playback.
Emotionally.
Emotionally.
Now
we-
No emotionally.
Emotion.
Anything else big on
Nope,
TV?
nope.
I want to say mine. Because my perceptions on this have changed, and that's the 8 to 10 episode seasons that are on like streaming platforms now are not a good thing. For certain outliers like Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, and that wasn't streaming, you know, Walking Dead when they first started, Stranger Things, those are outliers. But I watched this video and it kind of changed my perception on it. It's like shows like The Office, you've got 24 episodes per season, something like that. And usually it starts to get good at the end of the second season, and then they hit their stride.
Yeah.
But the problem is then by the 5th or 6th season,
should be done.
it should be done.
Yeah. King of
And-
Queens, prime example.
Yeah, there's a lot of examples of that because I think what happens is the writers get bored with it. The people on the show are becoming successful, so they're going different ways. And then the people at home are kind of bored with it. And that sucks for everyone involved, but also it's just the nature of what you're doing.
Especially the shows that involve kids. You know, again, we've talked about TGIF before.
Yeah.
You know, Family Matters. When Urkel grew up, I'm sorry, he was not funny anymore. That shit should have ended well before it's time.
Do you remember the major trope because of that?
What do you mean?
The major trope in sitcoms.
Add a kid.
Add a kid.
Add a kid.
Yep, because you needed someone
The
cute.
kids grew up, so then they had to have another baby, or they had to adopt, or they
Full
brought in
House, they
somebody.
had the twins.
The Cosby Show did it.
Yep.
They brought in Raven Simone. You know, it's just the trope. So interesting. I agree with you. I think you're probably right.
Yeah.
Okay. Social media.
Okay.
Do you want me to start?
No, I'll go.
Okay, go ahead.
The parasocial relationships on social media have gotten out of control, and it all stems from kids being online way earlier than they should be, being on it too much, and looking to social media either for friends, entertainment relief, whatever. And then, I see these influencers all the time describe their fans as family. We love and appreciate all of you for supporting us, but we are not your family. We're entertainers. We're here to entertain you.
Yeah.
We're not your mom and dad. Sorry, we can't.
We're not even your cousins.
We're not even your cousins.
Yeah.
Because as much as we love you, Jackson's right, we do love you guys.
This is very one-sided. We don't see you. We don't
Yeah,
get to talk to you. We don't know what's going on in your life.
I can't help you the way a family member would.
Yeah.
And if I would think that way, that would crush me constantly because we have millions of fans. So it would be like, I can't help all of them. Yeah. But guess what? When we see you in public and you want to take a picture, you want to say hi, you want to chat, we are there for you. Yeah. And even more than that, when we're at these cons, we love to hang out with you guys. But we don't want to give you this false narrative. And what you need to know is these other people that are saying you're family, they're playing on your emotions to try and get a little more of this from you, and I just won't be a part of that.
Money.
A little more
money. Again,
a little
hand
more
motions.
They're just trying to get a little more money from you.
Well, and even if it's not money, it's your time. It's it's constantly
Again, it's
looking
a
at
form
their
of emotional
content.
manipulation.
Yes.
It's a form of emotional manipulation.
And-
I agree with
and
you
these
100%.
One-sided relationships are just so unhealthy.
They are.
Even in a normal relationship with another human being, if one person's doing all the heavy lifting and the other person's not doing shit, that's not a relationship. And that's exactly what having a parasocial relationship with these online influencers is doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Calvin?
I hate trends and sounds. Specifically, these videos that I get on my For You page where it's someone playing Fortnite. It's just Fortnite gameplay, and then it's a sound of IShowSpeed being motivational. And, oh yeah, guys, you just came across a small YouTuber that could be big in the future, and you guys are my first fans, and they get like 10,000 likes. But when I actually put work into my videos, nothing.
Don't worry.
Nothing.
It'll come. Don't worry.
Nothing.
Just keep putting the work in because the reward will be much higher. Here's the thing, Cal. I come across that too, and you know how much work we put into our videos. You know how much I have invested in it. You know how big of a baby I am. But comparing yourself to someone else is always a recipe for disaster.
And most of those people are smoke and mirrors anyways. They're popular at one moment and then you never see them again.
Yeah, and a lot of people, they're not looking to build anything like you're looking to build or you're looking to build or we're looking to build together. They're looking to get a couple views and they have no idea why they're doing it.
It's just a hobby
And then another thing I hate is when they show their views. Like they will show their analytics or like, oh yeah, use this sound and I'll comment on your video. I don't want you to comment on my video. Get the hell away from me. I don't even know who you are.
And you know, a lot of those analytics, that's Photoshop.
Yeah.
Well, and
because if you want to make one, I can help you. What do you got?
What about you?
Oh, I mean, the rage-based algorithms and the way that they're just trying to, you know, again, it's agendas right now, and it's, you know, you're seeing just everyone just fighting, and like I would rather just see funny content, interesting content, educational content.
And my thing is I hate how much I have to work just to see the content that I want to see. If I follow somebody, that should be the content that I automatically see when I log into Instagram. Stop showing me all of this other nonsense. And I've seen other people make the same complaint. So we've got Two more here. We'll go through quickly.
Two more.
Two more. Maybe we'll skip I don't know if we want to get influencer culture, which kind of goes along with.
Does that go with
Social
like
media.
kindness content?
It could.
I mean, influencers who specialize in kindness content.
Oh, you're looking so sad. Do you need a cheeseburger? Yeah, here you go. You just got me 10 million views. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, that is gross.
I hate those videos. And what makes it even worse is that they play that sad music that down, down, down.
Yep.
Down, down, down. and I'm like, bro, if you want to help people, don't film it.
Yeah.
Actually be generous.
Yes, that is a great point.
generous.
If you want to
Don't
be
film it.
generous to people, don't film it. That's why I can't stand Mr. Beast, because that's how he got famous. He went around, I'm giving $10,000 to this homeless guy, and that's how he got.
Yeah.
And that's how he got views. It's what's it called?
Kindness content.
Kindness porn.
Yeah, kindness porn.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're watching it,
KP.
so it gets you,
Yeah.
it gets you feeling good all inside.
Yeah.
And they will
that's
try to
how
so
I
say,
should be doing
motivational.
this.
and what they will say then too is, well, we need to watch it so then they can do more of this. And it's like, no.
Well, how do you know if they're even doing what they're saying
Oh,
that they're doing?
100%, because that's,
It's all just set up.
it's all set up. You're right.
It's like reality TV. This is scripted. This ain't real.
And nobody
don't
can
believe it.
tell me that Mr. Beast has a philanthropy channel. He just has it so that he doesn't come off across as a rich douchebag.
Well,
Yeah.
and then I hate the challenges that they do, like spending 100 days locked in a room. No, you ain't.
Bull
No,
crap.
you're not.
Yeah.
No,
Bull
you're not.
crap.
Bull crap. You are walking out of that room to get food, to get your proper sleep. And then when you need to film, you're going back in
Yeah.
there. There's no way you're spending
all
100
know.
days in
Again,
a room. And then it's
hundreds.
like, okay, if they really did spend 100 days, you're telling me you only got 40 minutes of content out of 100 days? Come on, bro. You would have a 5-hour video, bro.
Yeah.
5 hours.
At least 5
There's no
hours.
way it's only 40 minutes. Come on. Bull crap.
Because it would be smart to have a 5-hour video because you'd make a lot more money from it.
Exactly.
Absolutely. And I hate the promotion of greed on social media. Another reason I can't stand Mr. Beast, because that half of his videos when he was first getting popular, giving my friends each $100,000 and they're going and spending it everywhere. Who cares?
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah. Yeah.
That just makes people angry that I don't have that money.
So
I
again,
can't
it
go
kind of goes
spend
back
that.
to what we were saying, like about the Real Housewives and the Kardashians and all that.
Yep.
People are watching it because it's actually fostering discontent.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you got for influencer?
Well, we need to be way more careful about who we let influence us in our lives. And on social media, that couldn't be more true. Because you have to remember, you're seeing what they want you to see. They're seeing what they want you to believe. You're not seeing the other half of it. A lot of times, the only time we're seeing the other half of it is when the scandal happens or something comes out about this person. And human beings are not meant to be famous. I mean, it's just true, and we've got to be careful when we do get the fame. Even someone like us, like I'm worried, the more we grow and the more money we get, I just pray a lot that I will be ready for that moment and I'll do right with that money and do right by my family. But there's so many people that prove time and time again, our nature doesn't allow for that. And that's when shows we really don't understand our nature and where we came from and who we are supposed to be glorifying, which is God. And we glorify ourselves, and then the money comes, and then we leave our families, we leave our kids, and we screw everyone over, but we made a quick buck, and now we're
But-
famous.
Think about even before there was social media. Remember when they used to put out on, I don't know, it was like TLC or something, they would put the lottery ruined my life.
Sure.
And it would be story after story.
There would always
About
be
people
like,
who won the lottery and they were millionaires in like 6 months, 8 months, maybe 8 years, didn't matter. They ran through the money. It destroyed
Gone.
all of their
Yeah,
relationships
I'm
because
saving that money.
well, and the other problem is when
saved
you
it.
win the lottery, you usually end up on TV. So guess what? Your phone is constantly ringing. There's constantly people at the door. Will you donate to my cause? Will you do this? Will you do that? They get harassed to no end.
Yeah.
It's like when you hear those stories of celebrities that when they first start making a lot of money, they go broke because they just think it's a fountain that's never going to
Also,
shut off.
Athletes.
Right.
So many broke athletes.
Yeah. So,
Athletes, it's
you know,
worse.
even outside of fame, just even before, so now you take people who give, you know, they're essentially kind of winning some form of lottery and they're famous.
Yep.
And we're calling them influencers, and we're just seeing how devastating that is.
Yeah, I think we need to, as a society, revert, go backwards, and like make sure the people that are in your close circle are the ones influencing you. Be careful with that too, obviously, because that can lead to some bad things. But you know, make sure you have people around you that you trust, that tell you the truth, that give you good counsel, that love you. And loving you does not mean they just give
agreeing
you
with
ear
you.
service and agree with everything you do. They can tell you when you're doing something wrong. They can tell you when they don't agree with something in your life. And that doesn't mean you have to take their advice, but at least gives you something to think about. And I think with social media and like Jackson said earlier, with parasocial relationships, we don't want to have truth in our life. We want to do whatever the hell we want. So a parasocial relationship is the best way to get that done.
Well, on the internet, while it is oftentimes it can be a positive to be able to find other people like yourself, also that can be harmful, because if you only surround yourself with people who think like you, talk like you, have the same interests as you, then you're never challenged.
Yeah.
So if you're into something, you know, it doesn't matter what kind of weird fetish you have, you can find somebody online who's going to be into the same thing, and that is not always a good thing.
No.
So my influencer culture one is, I think that brands, companies, organizations need to start putting more thought into who they're partnering with to advertise.
Could not be more true.
There's just so much garbage out there. And again, we know a lot of this is paid advertising, and that's fine. I think in a lot of ways it's just like watching a commercial. Cool. But I think I'm just getting more and more annoyed. And again, I'm always going to go back to books because that's mostly what I'm looking at. But I'm so tired of publishers sending boxes of books to people who can't turn the camera around. Like you can't even show the title correctly. And this is where publishers are sending their, you know, and there's other brands and things that are doing similar things where it's, you know, maybe you really need to think about who, but also part of, I think, the influencer culture is I think you're getting a whole bunch of people who are willing to do stuff for free.
Oh, yeah.
And so they're just getting content, they're getting the product, and they're putting out shitty content because they don't really know what they're doing, and then all of a sudden they're calling themselves an influencer. And so that's a little bit dangerous as well.
It's funny that
gross.
It's funny you said this one, because I remember we were trying to work with, I won't say the company name, we were trying to work with this company. We did some stuff for them. That was pretty much it. They couldn't work with us because apparently we weren't family friendly. Okay, fine. We're not your cup of tea. We're not a lot of people's cup of tea.
Sure.
That's whatever. They hired Glorilla.
Yeah. So
Why?
I don't
Are
think
you
you need to
kidding
say
me right
anymore.
now?
Yeah.
Because that's the point right there.
Yep. Last one is comedy. So you wanna kick this one off?
I think comedy has recently become super weak and
Too safe.
too safe,
Yeah.
but it hasn't. People want you to think that you can't joke about anything anymore because the clips that they're showing online is just some random club where they had one idiot get mad about a joke, and it's like, well, they don't really like comedy anyways, or the comedy culture, or they don't understand comedy. Why would they even waste their money on going to a
Why
comedy
would you buy
show?
a ticket and go to
I
something
mean, go
like
watch
that?
Dave Chappelle's latest special. Comedy's still okay. You can, he said some crazy stuff in that
And he
special.
packed out an entire stadium.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Comedians, especially the best ones, and some of them are bad at it, but they joke about everything. They can make you laugh about anything. I just want to make sure it's not like some people that are too crass. It's just gross for being gross. That's stupid. But there's some clever comedians out there that can get you to laugh about just about anything because they're pointing out truths about it.
Have anything about comedy?
Yes, when comics use their comedy as a way to get political.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't stand that. Now, it's one thing if you're going to make fun of everyone, then you make fun of everyone.
Sure.
That's funny. Don Rickles did that with everyone. No matter who you were, he made fun of you. And it was a source of endearment.
Oh, you wanted to be
You
made fun
wanted
of
to be
by
made
him.
fun of
Yeah.
him. Now people use their comedy as a way to make a statement, to make
It's a weapon as
It's a
opposed
weapon.
to, yeah.
When I watch comedy, I'm doing it to relax. I want to laugh. I don't want to hear your political views. If I want to hear political views, I'll turn on the news. I'll watch social media. When I go to a stand-up show or watch it on Netflix, I don't care about your political views or your.
But if you want to
say some
joke about
jokes.
all the different, inconsistencies amongst the parties and,
Go ahead.
I'm with you. But
That's how comedy's
ahead.
changed, though, because there used to be political comedians
yes.
that you knew if you're going to the show, they talk politics and that's it. Now everyone thinks they can do it, and it's just not true.
Yeah.
I don't care. If you're a political comedian,
That's one thing.
that's one thing, and I'm probably not going to go to your show, but I want to know that you're a political comedian, but I don't want to hear like these guys getting up there, because let's be honest, most stand-up comics are super clever and smart.
Yeah.
But I don't care about your
Well, and
political opinion.
Again, it goes back to what we were saying before about agendas being pushed.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, there are certain comedians where you're only joking about this one side, whichever side it is, and the way you're going about it, you are pushing your own agenda on me, and that's not what I'm here for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Calvin?
I guess coming out with sequels to old comedy movies and calling it a comedy movie. Like, what's the one with Adam Sandler?
Happy Gilmore?
Happy Gilmore 2. It has a comedian in it with a bunch of big stars. It's not a comedy movie. Like there was
It's not like the first one.
No.
Yeah, no, it had like this second one had Eminem, Travis Kelsey or whatever. And
Bad
then
Bunny.
Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
And it's just, no, that is not a comedy movie. It has a comedian in it with a bunch of big stars, but it's not a comedy movie.
No, and it wasn't very good.
No.
And I'm with you. That's what I had kind of put down was comedy movies. I think are just really lacking. And it's a little bit like stand-up where it seems to be they're either very raunchy or they're just playing it safe, and there's nothing
There's
really
no middle
funny
ground.
here. Yeah. I don't need everything to be, I don't know. Again, kind of talking about like our nostalgia episode, I'm kind of longing for, give me another like Orange County, give me another Step Brothers, give me role models, give me something. I'm not asking for quote unquote clean comedy, and I'm not saying I don't want clean comedy, but I'm saying but I don't need a movie where it's just disgusting either. I'm looking for something in the middle here where we can be funny, but not also be guarded to where we don't want to joke about anything.
I just want to say this. Who decided all of the sudden that comedy is offending them?
Yeah.
Who decided that? Because it's like, again, you're assuming that if somebody's making a joke, now they could be racist, sure. But you're just like, you heard a racist joke, or they just said black people.
Yeah.
And you're losing your shit over it. I don't know who made this decision in the world that comedy's the thing we're going to pick on. Comedy's the place where we go to tickle our brain.
And I get it. It's just like music and all forms of art where may not be to your taste. There are certain comedians out there where maybe objectively I can appreciate their craft. That's just not my sense
It's
of humor.
not all created equal.
It's not my cup of tea. If you approach other people believing the best out of them until they prove you wrong, if you go into it believing they're comedians, again, Don Rickles. Keep all the stories about Don Rickles. Everything I heard about Don Rickles was that he was the warmest, most loving man. And yet he just, like I said, he made fun of everybody,
Everyone.
like ruthless, and people wanted it and they loved it.
I mean, he made
at
fun
their
of Mr.
core-
T right in front of his face.
And I know it was a different time, but again, people knew he wasn't racist. They knew it was coming from a place of love and that he wanted to connect with people, and that was how he did it. And so you felt things for him, even if maybe you didn't love his comedy. You didn't hate the man because you knew it was just comedy.
Yep.
And that's what we're missing today is we just assume the worst out of people. And, oh, you're not making a joke, you're just racist. What? Why is that the thing?
Yeah. Well, they want to get on the video too.
And right, and it's rage bait, and it's a way to, I'm going to stand out and say that this isn't funny. I'm going to try to make myself different. Yeah. Okay.
Now what? What was not terrible this week?
The new Gorillaz album,
Okay.
The Mountain. I got it on vinyl. Widow Peak.
Okay. What was good this week for you, Jax?
I'm into Anthrax now. They're a good band. I put them down for too long. They're very good thrash metal artists. I actually gave Pantera a listen to today as well. I listened to their Cowboys from Hell album. Very, very well done. I have a lot more respect for them now. I love.
Oh, changes his opinion.
Well,
Oh
yeah,
my God.
I've never been like, oh, Pantera, ugh. I've just never given
this
them. I love being wrong about things, especially when it comes to music, because then that means I win.
Right.
I
right.
win. I get to listen to more great music. Either way, I win. That either means my opinion was right in the first place, or I get more music to listen to. Either way, I win.
I just finished Project Hail Mary, listening to it.
Fourth time.
I think it was the fourth or fifth time. It was so good again. I'm really happy that we're going to see an early screening of that in IMAX.
Before everyone spoils it.
Yeah, and I just wonder, can they make it happen? Can they make it happen? Can Ryan Gosling make me cry as much as Ray Porter? Yeah. Like Ray Porter reading the story, can Ryan Gosling live up to Ryland Grace, which is the main character, and Rocky? And there's some quirks that Rocky has. Will they keep them in the movie? It should be funny. It should be heartbreaking.
How long are you going to talk about Project Hail Mary?
Damn. You cannot be talking.
Wow, okay.
I'm just kidding.
I was the one that
Listen,
said we need to truncate some of this
You
stuff,
guys
and we
give me
did not do that this
No,
episode.
we did not.
And that was relatively terrible.